How's it going? You probably just had a water damage and you don't know what to do next. In this video, we'll go over kind of a step-by-step of what to expect and how a restoration company is going to get you back to normal. Here we go. So one of the most common places to have a water damage is going to be in your kitchen. You're going to have a supply line to your refrigerator, you're going to have a dishwasher, and you're going to have a sink with 2 supply lines. So these areas usually are the root of what a lot of homeowners run into when they have a water damage. The main thing is going to be stopping the source, that being calling a plumber to come out there and fix the supply line that burst, or pull that dishwasher out and turn it off. Whatever the source was, you're going to want to make sure that you mitigate that quickly. You're going to want to make sure that you stop any more damages from happening.
As a property owner, you need to be prepared to document the effects of the water damage on the first day. This includes taking pictures, noting any contents that were affected, and keeping a record of this for the insurance company and or the restoration company.
So after you've had time to panic and deal with your home being destroyed from a water damage, the next thing you want to also do is start looking for a restoration company to come out. All right, so calling a professional to come out and inspect your water damage is a very important part of this. You might call your agent and they might send out a green truck or a yellow truck, or you might look on Google and you might find a local restoration company. Just make sure they're, licensed, bonded, accredited, that looks like they do this constantly. Last thing you want is like a contractor that has no idea how to deal with water damage to come in. He knows how to put you and make you a beautiful kitchen back, but he doesn't know how to document and fully dry out the structure. So there's that part to think about. When you call out that restoration company, they're gonna come out and they're gonna immediately start scoping the area. They're gonna check, depending on where it happened, roof, attic, main levels, basement, or if you have a crawl space, crawl space. So they kind of have to have free range of your home, so be prepared to have somebody going throughout your house. So if you got things unmentionables lying around or whatever it be, this is the time to put that stuff away. A little side note, be mindful if you have a restoration company come out, maybe move your vehicles out to the side of the road or whatever. Last thing they want to do is park down the street, have to bring in gear and things all the way to the home, and then worry about where to park their vehicles. So that's just a little side tip, make them have a little easier time getting in and out, and a little quicker response for you. So when they arrive, they're going to spend about a half an hour to an hour documenting this whole process. They got to create a sketch, scope, pictures. So that restoration company is going to come in with a couple gadgets like these. These are moisture meters, thermal imagers. This is also a moisture meter. It's all sorts of things. This is kind of a one and done. What this is going to do is help determine what materials in your home is, affected with water damage, because you're going to have drywall, framing, carpet, pad, subfloors, or an LVP, a hardwood floor, tile, whatever it be. This is going to help determine how wet they are and if they need to be removed or if they can be dried in place. This thermal imager, this one, what they'll do is they'll use it to kind of scan through and see if any ceilings or if there's hidden moisture that maybe they can't reach with that moisture meter. This will help them get up in there a little easier. It'll pick up the heat in my body, but it'll also pick up cold temperatures. Once they've determined what is affected and what needs to be removed, you're going to come up with a demo plan. You're going to have to figure out, are you going to lose your kitchen, or are you going to lose your bathroom, wherever the source came from. You should make sure that this company is a HERA building inspector. That means that they can come in, take samples of the affected materials. You might have an older home that needs to get tested for lead and asbestos. You don't want some company to come in and just start demoing and expose your home, your family, to those materials. A restoration company also might have a third party come out and do the testing for them. But depending on the age of your home or the property, make sure that they're doing that test before you allow them to start the demo. And a lot of them will. They'll just let you know, hey, we can't get started on this. We're going to stabilize the environment right now. Maybe set some dehumidifiers, clean up a bit. But we're not going to do any hard demo till we get those test results back, which usually takes about 2 to 3 days. Once the demolition happens, you're going to see them put up dust barriers. So these are containment chambers. Those are going to help keep all the dust and debris out of those unaffected areas of your home. You're going to want them to do that. Make sure that they're doing that. It helps keep the home clean, and it also helps heat and dry the affected areas faster. So they'll set up walls and they'll go to town and just start demoing what they need to. Don't go in there. I know you're curious, but when they leave, check it out. But while they're working, it's, it's always one of those things that a homeowner, it's your home, make yourself a home. But when you walk in and they're doing demo, they're in, PPE, or they're in demo mode, you kind of disrupt their process, you stop them. Just don't go in there till they're done for the day, and then that technician or the lead project manager will tell you, hey, this is what we did, come take a look. Hopefully they've already told you what they were gonna do in that room before they went to town in there. But so during that process too, you're gonna see them taking more pictures. These guys are gonna be taking hundreds of pictures. I mean, I have jobs with thousands of pictures on it. I mean, videos, pictures, everything, because when we go to submit this claim to the insurance, or we provide you with that documentation, you're going to want to see every step that happened, and every picture is important of that process to show the story of why we did it and what happened. So once the demolition is complete, then you're going to see them bring in the drying equipment. Now it's going to sound like a freaking airport in your house. Okay, it's loud. So some equipment's less loud, some equipment's freaking super loud. But the most important thing is to let this drying equipment do its thing. Usually it takes about 2 to 4 days to dry a home, depending on the materials. What they'll do is they'll set dehumidifiers and air movers and air scrubbers, and they'll create a nice little vortex in that room, and it'll help speed up the evaporation process. So during that process, it might be hard to go to sleep at night, and you might want to go down there and shut that equipment off, but it's going to hurt. You might add another day of drying because you didn't want to hear that air mover. And then you got to deal with it another day. During large loss situations where your whole home is hit, maybe half of your home is hit from a big pipe burst, your insurance might provide you with an Airbnb or a hotel to stay at during that process. So check with your agent, your insurance, to see if that's available to you. Most of the time it is. It all just depends on where that loss happened. So after the dry out process, everything's dried down to the standard, you're done with mitigation. They're gonna submit all those forms, and the insurance is gonna probably come out then and do a walkthrough of what all got removed and start creating a repairs estimate. The repairs process isn't quick, only because they have to wait for approvals. They have to wait for materials to come in, special order countertops, depending on what your home had. There's a little bit of a delay that happens. So don't get frustrated with your repairs contractor. Mitigation, we come in, we do our thing really quickly, and then there's a stop. Repairs contractor has to wait for the insurance to approve certain things, and then they've got to, make orders in and wait for those orders to come in for your home. So just be a little aware that don't let somebody tell you, oh yeah, we're going to be in and out of here in 2 days or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's just not going to happen. I mean, maybe if it's just one room, but if you've got I'm talking large loss to your home, it's going to take more than a few weeks. And that's just because of all the pieces got to line up to make sure that it goes in smoothly. So hopefully you have a better understanding of what you're going to run into on these water damages if you do choose to have a restoration company come in. 2 options. You can go out of pocket, work with one directly, or you bring in the insurance, and then there's you, and then there's going to be the insurance and a restoration company involved. Sometimes it doesn't always go as smooth as you would hope, and then sometimes it's just normal, easy process. They get in, get out, do their thing, get your home back. If you have any questions, or if you have ever had a water damage and experience, let me know in the comments below. Tell me how that was for you, who you used. All right, I'm Freddie with Wolf Construction and Restoration. I hope to see you on the next video, and if you need help, feel free to give us a howl.